guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. I hope everyone is fine. I hope everyone is doing well. You guys, yesterday was my birthday. Yeah, yesterday was my birthday. I'm just so grateful to God. It was amazing. Actually, I haven't enjoyed my birthday this much in a long time. Like, I can't remember the last time, and I think maybe it has to do with the fact that I'm home with family. It wasn't something crazy or exciting. It was just being home. I just felt so content and so happy. A couple of days ago, someone had sent me a message on WhatsApp and was asking me, someone I know, and was asking me why I talk about Uganda very so often. And I thought that was obvious. One, I do like Uganda. Secondly, when I first came to Uganda, I didn't have enough information out there to be able to know what I was getting into, like leaving Nigeria and coming to Uganda. I didn't have information like that I needed. You understand? So I went in like blind. So that was why I took it upon myself to actually talk as much as I can about Uganda. I was there for 7.5 years. I can't even tell you guys how many times someone has approached me, has sent me a message on Instagram asking me about Uganda and about questions, just questions that they don't really know or that it hasn't been clear to them, and they found me through YouTube. So that was just my plan. If I am able to help just one person that is coming into Uganda, and I'm able to answer your questions as best as I can, and I'm able to give you the information that I have so that when you are coming in, you know how to prepare, you know what to do, then I feel like I've done my job. So that is the reason why I do talk about Uganda as much as I do. I went to Rwanda and I also spoke about Rwanda. That's just me. Anywhere I am, I will try to give as much information as I can as possible. That being said, I've noticed that a lot of times I do talk about the good side of Uganda, and I don't talk about the negative side. I would say for me, everything I'm going to be talking about here is actually very subjective. So it's something that I personally have experienced. So just let me know in the comment section if this is something that you have experienced, you've also observed. So yeah, the first thing that I would say that I feel like I do not like about Uganda is the way they drive. Ugandans, I would say, is the way they drive, because man, those people are calm until I've said it before. Like, I've posted it sometime in my WhatsApp, and people like were laughing and they agree with me. I'm like, Ugandans are calm until it comes to driving. And this is me speaking as a Nigerian. You guys, those people are not patient when it comes to driving. And also, one of the things that I kind of like don't like about that aspect is, if so let me give an example. Some years back, it's been a while actually, I think that was like 2016, me and my roommates back then were going to church, and the boda boda guy, we decided to climb one boda boda, and for some reason I don't know what happened. I think there was someone, and then he stopped so fast, and then she fell. So she fell, and then out of like me being scared and confused, I immediately stood up and like ran to her, and the border guy like just ran away and left, which is something that happens in Nigeria. It was surprising because that I've never experienced it, but I can't say it hasn't happened before in Nigeria. You understand? What was shocking to me was how people reacted to it. Like, it was it wasn't something that I expected. You understand? Like, literally, there was a lady that literally jumped over her. Like, you know how someone is working and you jump over an obstacle and just keep working. And this girl was holding a Bible and was going to church. I was like, wait, what? So yeah, like, the aspect of driving, like, if sometimes when I'm on a border and I'm going to somewhere, because my school was in Mukuna, something like when I'm going to Kampala, because of the traffic jam, sometimes I would use a border. You guys, I have to pray to everyone, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, because I am like scared. I'm like, imagine if they have to call my mom and like, this girl just died, or she, like, you would see a trailer and these guys are just moving, and I have to keep like telling them, please take it easy. I am not rushed. I'm not in a hurry. Just get to where, just drive slowly or carefully, and they don't even hear. So my sister came last year. She came to Uganda to see me, and I was taking her to meet my guardians. And you guys, my sister, I think her heart left her chest. She was like, is that how they drive? She was so scared the whole time. And I have gotten this a lot from people when they talk about how Ugandans drive very recklessly. I don't know why. It's like everybody is in a hurry, everybody has somewhere to go, and it's just really scary. Another thing that I would say I personally experienced is I think about 2 weeks ago, me and my sister were going out, and um we just saw like a lot of bikes, like okadas, like really running, and they were chasing someone. I don't we Because the keke, I'm going to put a video of a picture of a keke napep. We use it here often as a means of transportation. So the keke guy that we're in like had to like park so that like the Okada guys could pass. And like we were wondering like what happened, and they were like someone stole, like there was a guy on a bike that stole a lady's bag, and those guys ran after them. And this is something that is very often, especially where I come from here in Kaduna, like it's very often whereby when someone steals your bag, like people will chase them and get your bag and like actually punish those guys. That's something that doesn't happen in Uganda. Like I have experience where you can be in the bus and maybe somebody is trying to um reply to a message or pick a call, and they would steal someone's phone and no one would talk. Like literally, people would know and they're just like, you know. And I feel like there's just something that's very wrong about that kind of setting whereby they blame the victim, like why were you using your phone there? Which yeah, sure. But sometimes things happen, life happens, and instead of people like even saying like let us figure out a way to stop these guys from doing this, I think they are just very comfortable with the idea of as long as your phone is safe, they won't see. You understand? So it becomes so unsafe. Like every time I'm in the taxi in Uganda and I'm traveling or I'm moving around that Kampala town, that side, I am just always very cautious. And this is something that like in Nigeria, like where I come from specifically, if someone should steal someone, get someone's phone and try to run you, they will chase you. And I've just never really it just never really sat well with me. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but just let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Then I would say maybe the last one, because I really don't want this video to be long. The Another issue I had, and maybe, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe if it's this is something that I have personally experience, because I went to Uganda to school. So majorly I was around campuses and I was around students. So maybe that was why I'd experienced this with like Ugandan men, because there was a time that my friend would ask me like, why don't you date Ugandan men? And I keep telling her like the experiences I've gotten so far is not, it's not encouraging at all for me to say I'm going to date this thing and Ugandan men. And I just want to put it out there that I'm not generalizing. Like I said, my list is completely subjective. It's just something that I personally experience. So most times, what happened to me is a guy will approach me, right, and the he would get my number or something, and then that first day when we are talking, the next thing they will start asking is, "Can you come over to my place?" Which I don't know if it's just me or if it's just because of the kind of culture and the kind of background I come from. I find it very insulting for someone to. A lot of times they would ask you, they would say something like, "Can you come over for the weekend, like to spend the night in the to spend the weekend at my place or something like that?" And for me, it's like I always ask those men like, "What is it about me that you've seen that makes you feel like you can approach me and then like just ask me to come and spend the night with you?" So that was something that I actually experienced a lot while I was that was something that I actually experienced a lot while I was in Uganda. So there was a couple of, I think some years back, there was this guy that I knew him, like he was under our school guild. So I knew him like we'll meet and I'll be like, hello, hi. So that period I didn't have a phone. My phone got spoiled, so I wasn't online. Like I didn't have a smartphone. So he had approached me and he was talking about he wanted a specific material on a specific topic in Nigeria. He read engineering, so it's been a while, so I don't really remember exactly what he wanted. But he was like the person that is selling it sells it for nationals, like maybe so. For example, if it's 20,000 naira for national, it's like 40,000 naira for international. And he wanted me to help him as a national, to help him as a Nigerian, to help him and get it so that he'll be able to get it at a cheaper price because he can't afford it. So I had explained to him that I don't have a phone, but I have an email. So if you can just, I can just give him my email, then he can better send me what he means and explain it more, so that I know what he needs. And he was like, it's okay. So would meet, like whenever I go to the library, like would meet, and he would say hi or hello and all that. So I did realize, let me be honest, I did realize that he was showing kind of like an interest in me, which is, there's nothing wrong with liking someone. You get, like, it happens, it's something that happens. But what was so shocking to me was this guy sending me, which I am going to look for it on, I hope I did not delete it on my Gmail and post it. And this guy sent me an email and telling me that he just wants to have like a one night stand with me. And I was so shocked and so perplexed, because I'm like, what is it about me? Like I said, I asked him, what is it about me that you've seen? I'm not the kind of person that go clubbing or drinking. I actually do keep to myself quite a lot. So I'm not like very social. When you meet me in like public, you know I'm not a very social person. So but so you I can't help to but wonder, is it something that is just me? Like, is it just me? Is it something about me that they see that makes them feel like they can approach me? So I have had quite a few experiences with that. Whereas where I'm coming from, when a guy approaches me and like they are interested, it's not like they don't have bad intention, but at least they'll make an effort of saying, oh, can we go out and maybe have a drink and just get to discuss. You know, like the first time you're meeting someone after approaching a girl and getting her number is trying to make her feel safe by going somewhere public, just so that you can have a conversation with her and just really get to know her. When you tell me you want to meet me you want me to come over to your house and spend the weekend, automatically you've told me what you're looking for from me. Do you understand what I mean? And I'm not that kind of person. No judgment to anyone that is like that, but personally for me, that is not the kind of person I am, and that's not the kind of identity I want to put out there. That's not the kind of reputation I want to put out there. So it just becomes very insulting to me personally. So yeah, Ugandans are very, very like, they keep to themselves, they mind their businesses, and people just, you know, do them. But sometimes it can get to be a bit extreme. That was why I was trying to explain the issue with the boss and all that, whereby people are just like chilling and looking at those someone that is going through a lot. I remember my friend, something like that happened to him, and he literally cried. And that's like, he's a very nice guy, and he literally just got that phone. It was an iPhone. I think that year it was like an iPhone 8, if I'm not mistaken, and literally just snatches out of his hands. And I remember he told me, he was like, "Chad, I cried. I won't even lie." And like, no one said a thing. No one even tried to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry this happened to you." You understand? Like, everybody just acted like they didn't see what just happened. You understand? Like I said, there is no country that is what's perfect. We all have challenges. You know, I've spoken about challenges in my country, and I've spoken about a lot about what I like in Uganda and all that. So I just felt like it was time for me to be honest and also talk about my own personal challenges when I was in Uganda. And yeah, that would be it for this video, guys. I feel like this video is just so all over the place. I don't know what happened, but that's how I feel. I just feel like I'm not like organized, which I wrote my all what I wanted to talk about, but for some reason the way it sits in my brain is not how it's coming out. So just you guys just manage what you can get for now. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.